And 222.
Okay. Thank you, mate.
It's all right.
Oh, whack me last night, that gig.
So afterwards, what time did you end up leaving the venue?
Hi guys.
Okay. Hiya.
Hi, I'm Meredith.
I'm fine. Hiya.
Nice
How you
to
doing?
meet you.
Johnny.
Very nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
I'm fine.
I'm Colton.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Johnny, nice to meet
Very
you.
nice to meet you.
On stands over there. Okay.
Go on.
Do you want to just grab them?
This way. Ooh. Are we looking back this way? Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Does not matter.
Okay. I don't want to make you trip.
Just,
Where do you want us to stand, Chris?
Anywhere where we're not going to accidentally trip over anything important.
Sorry, this is awkward. It's like we're at a booth or something.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Do not want to knock anything over.
It's Coulter and Meredith from Afternoons on the Edge, and we're joined by Catfish and the Bottlemen. This is so cool. You guys just played the Rebel last night. How was that?
Great show last night, wasn't it? One of our best ones
Yeah,
out here
yeah.
by a mile.
Second time there, but I would say the audience were even better last night.
Yeah.
Even better. So we're learning. We're getting better here in Toronto.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Congratulations, guys, on the success of the new album as well. The Balance just released a couple months ago, and it's doing pretty well, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been received well over here and back home as well. It's and the new that long shot out here is doing really well. So thank you for the support behind
Yeah.
the record.
No, of course. The last three albums you guys have released have all been or LPs rather, and the two before that were both EPs. I'm curious, what's the difference in storytelling when you're dealing with an EP versus an LP, and is it just a matter of having more or fewer chapters to work with?
What would you say on that?
Guys are passing it back and forth like a hot baked potato.
I don't really know.
Maybe it's just something you feel in the moment. You're like, well, maybe we tell this story in 6 or 7 songs versus a dozen.
Couldn't
All-
really say.
All are pretty similar, aren't they? Really, they're all the same kind of approach. All have 11.
Okay, well, let's talk about the latest album, Balance. What was your favorite part in putting it together? Like, what was that process like?
I think the best part about it was getting straight into the studio. As soon as we all got in a house together, and got locked away with the setup. It was all came together pretty quick then, didn't it? After that.
And realising how well we worked with Jackknife Lee, who did the record. There's a really good working relationship with him. Felt quite effortless once we got going. So we started in Ireland and then moved to Lincoln in England. By the time we were there, it was pretty well oiled, and we're doing some of the songs that made on the record in like the matter of hours. A few of them finishing an afternoon or 2 in a day or something like that, and it was pretty fluid once we got going.
Yeah, once you get it rolling, things just kind of flow from there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, you guys are obviously, as you know, and you're both a couple of humble guys. I'll do the praising for you. Massive in the UK, and you've already got this amazing hold on North America. And when you talk to bands as big as you guys, they'll talk about the gritty days when we were first beginning and the scrappiness and all that. Are you guys kind of reliving that now in a sense?
I think it's kind of all new to us. Like this is the furthest we've got with the song out here, and so seeing it grow like this, like playing the show last night, and I think it was a lot more than many people there than last time, and this whole tour's been like that. So we're all just still getting used to it out here. Back in the UK, yeah, it's out here is like where it was when things just really started snowballing back home. So it's an exciting point to be at again, I guess, back here.
It is still pretty enjoyable though, having quite a spectrum of different types of venues to play though. So
Yeah.
as you say at home, the bigger rooms, but it's nice to be able to come out here and play theatres or like clubs and stuff like that. You know, like
Yeah.
we just did a first tour of some parts of Europe, and some of them were just like big nightclubs.
Yeah.
And it's nice still having the opportunity to do that style of gig rather than everything be the same thing every night. You know.
Yeah.
And this particular tour we're on at the minute is like. It's like it might be a radio festival one day, and then we played in a casino in Las Vegas at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then we've played on a beach and all sorts. So it, doesn't really get old in a hurry doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool because you kind of, you get to experience this wave and then you get to kind of do it again. So
Yeah.
I know that's
We
kind
used
of
to
a
have a lot
unique
of
thing.
radio festivals, like you were saying out here, where you put like a 6-band bill on and do it in each city, different stations. I think that's pretty cool as well, because there's not loads of those back home. They do like a couple of festivals a year, but it seems to be like the whole 2 months there'll just be one going on somewhere. So yeah, they are good playing those shows.
Now, you mentioned working with Jackknife on the most recent album, and in terms of like a musical bucket list as a band, like whether it be people you want to work with, venues
Yeah.
you want to play, festivals you want to headline, what's on the bucket list at this point for Catfish and the Bottlemen?
Bucket list. There's still loads on it, really. Like, say, even back home's new. So, like, taking it further than that back home, because we're just doing it. By the end of the year, we'll have done all the arenas around the UK. So, like, to see where it goes after that, start going outdoors then, and you can make your own kind of events. And we love doing that, where you can kind of almost throw.
Curating your own mini one-day festival type thing.
Like we were just saying about those radio festivals like that, but our own ones where you can get a load of bands on and just set up in a field somewhere. So that excites me back home. So they're still on the bucket list. Out here, I think it's seeing it go the way it has gone there, international. That's like big on the bucket list. What else is there?
Is it cool for you guys, though, because, thinking back to when you were kids and you're up at night and you're dreaming of this success that you've achieved and going even further in the future, that has to be really cool to reflect upon.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the I guess the most fun bit about it, isn't it? When you kind of sit back and get to, once you've finished the tour, you never get to talk about it when you're doing it, but once you finish something, you look back on it. That's when it's, I guess it starts settling in your mind with all the stuff you have done. Like you say, working with Jackknife, Sardi, Jim Abyss, like working with those people.
Like it only sinks in with a bit of perspective, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
obviously every day you're just sort of immersed in it, and then when something ends is when you sit back and go, huh.
Yeah, it's so gradual.
Yeah.
Like it's like when people will do these body transformations, right? You're looking in the mirror every single day, and you're not really noticing much of a difference. But
I
when
didn't
the
realise how old you look.
exactly, yeah, no kidding. You're like, oh, when did that all happen?
When do I start to have grey skin?
Well, you're talking about all these great venues that you've been playing. We're just really happy to have you here at the Edge Studios. We've been loving playing your music, so thank you so much for popping by. We're not going to hold off any longer here because as we pull back those curtains, we've got just a sea of people that are waiting to see you do this Sugar Beach session, brought to you by Muskoka Breweries. And if you want to check out the Sugar Beach session, we'll have it up at edge.ca shortly. Thank you so much for chatting.
Thank
you.
you guys.
Guys, it's been awesome. Honestly, thank you for your
Appreciate
time.
that. Thank you.